God's righteous man, Steve Rogers, Captain America. This character is one of the greatest characters in both the comics and in the MCU. He has proven to us in many occasions why he's so amazing and why he's so loved, from his incredible speeches which encourage anyone, as well as his incredible heart and soul which encourages him and forces him to do what is right and what is just for everyone, as well as finally his power which has allowed him to go toe to toe with God and beings far even above that. And he's of course the topic of today's video, the true outright power of Captain America. Which version of him is the most powerful and why exactly is it that powerful? Like, share, subscribe, comment down below and any thoughts you have about this video. Now let's begin by going through a brief description of this character's powers. We'll start off with the fact that he is a super soldier, meaning he's beyond peak human. His incredible physical strength has allowed him to go toe-to-toe on many powerful characters. He has been able to hold his own against different soldiers and defeats quite a few of them. He has also been able to hold his own against characters like Thor, who is practically a god. He has held his own against Ultron. He has momentarily held back a helicopter. He has also momentarily held back even the Mad Titan Thanos, who is one of the greatest and most powerful characters in the entirety of the MCU. That's an incredible feat to consider in terms of physical strength for Captain America. His speed has allowed him to react to powerful and fast characters. It has also allowed him to keep on par in terms of speed with many avatars such as Black Panther. He then has incredible durability, which has allowed him to take many blows from many different powerful characters such as Ultron, Thanos, Thor, Iron Man, and so on. He is also very versatile. His use of the shield is one of the greatest. There's no one who uses his shield better than he does. And of course, his martial arts is one of the greatest martial arts. So he's one of the greatest martial artists in the entirety of the MCU. Captain America is very skilled in a variety of different ways. Yet, all those are not him at his best, at his peak, at his most powerful. His most powerful version, the most powerful version of Captain America, comes in Avengers Endgame when he wields a weapon that is far more powerful than the majority of the weapons in the entirety of the MCU. He wields a weapon that is wielded by the god of thunder himself. He wields a Mjolnir. This weapon allows him the powers of the god of thunder. It increases his strength, speed, durability, his reflexes. Everything about him is increased even further to the levels of pre-awakened Thor and above. See, this version of Captain America is Captain America and all the feats he has displayed, as well as Thor, pre-awakened Thor, and all the feats he has displayed. All the feats such as him defeating the Destroyer, defeating his brother Loki, destroying the Rainbow Bridge, defeating Iron Man, crushing Iron Man's suit in his hand, also holding back and yet still doing very well against the Hulk and destroying many Leviathans and Chitauri, also holding his own against Ultron, who was destroying him, yet he was still surviving. Same thing goes for Curse, doing very well against Malekith, holding his own against Surtur and taking the flames of Surtur, and so many different feats that pre-awakened Thor has displayed or added to this already existing feats of Captain America. That's what makes him so incredibly powerful. Jane Foster Thor wields Mjolnir. When she wields Mjolnir, she gets all of Thor's strength, speed, and durability. So that of course means that even Captain America would gain all of that, meaning because Jane Foster Thor, or so let's just start with pre-awakened Thor. Pre-awakened Thor is one of the strongest gods in the entire universe. Jane Foster Thor is also one of the strongest honorary gods in the entire universe. And when Captain America gains the powers of Thor, he is above the power levels of pre-awakened Thor, meaning he would also be one of the strongest gods in the entire universe. Jane Foster Thor is able to easily destroy many Olympian gods, so that means Captain Thor would also be able to do the very same thing. That's why he's that powerful. He's definitely a god tier character. Yet people still think that because he was taken out so very fast in Avengers Endgame, he's not that powerful. Maybe he didn't get all the powers of Thor. That is completely unrealistic. Jane Foster Thor got all the powers of Thor and more, but that is specifically because Thor himself also put an enchantment on the hammer. But Jane Foster Thor just did get all the powers of Thor, so of course Captain Thor would also get all the actual powers of Thor. The reason why he was taken out so easily in Avengers Endgame wasn't because of any external or stupid factor. It was primarily because, one, it's bloody Thanos. Of course he was going to win that battle, and two, he was already fatigued, tired, and drained of energy. This was a tired, injured Captain Thor versus the Mad Titan Thanos. At the end of Avengers Endgame, when he's returning all the stones, he is perfectly healthy, perfectly fine, and still has Mjolnir. That would have to be the most powerful version of Captain America, and that is because he's at 100% in that specific moment. So with what I've already said, Captain Thor is already at a god level. He's already a god tier character. But that's not exactly it. in Avengers Endgame, in between a battle, Captain Thor actually calls to him Stormbreaker. Stormbreaker, the very same weapon which was stated to destroy the minds of ordinary mortals. No ordinary mortal can or has wielded this very, very powerful weapon. Captain America was able to wield it. That also increases his stats and enforces the fact that he is a god tier character. Stormbreaker is also the weapon that was able to cut off the head of Thanos, who is one of the most durable characters in the entirety of the MCU, which does kind of indicate that Captain America could possibly have a feat of power that could rival the feat of power displayed by Thor cutting off Thanos' head, or Thor just piercing the skin of Thanos, because he was able to wield this powerful weapon. Now, the fact that he was able to wield this powerful weapon means that he both could wield this weapon and Mjolnir at the very same time. Of course, this weapon doesn't allow him to use the lightning of Thor, but Mjolnir does. So now he has a weapon that could pierce the skin of Thanos, as well as a weapon which allows him to use the incredible lightning and powers of Thor. Captain Thor is a bloody powerful character who is above majority of the characters we have been introduced to in the MCU, as he can use two of some of the greatest and most powerful weapons in the MCU. So, that is my video on the absolute and incredible powers of Captain Thor. If you have any more queries or questions about it, you can comment down below about it. If you also have any just general thoughts about it, you can also comment down below about it. But for now, this is MC Info, and I am out.